Hello, everybody, and welcome once again for the second time this week to another Indoor Adventure stream with our lovely, lovely group of amazing cast people. I'm excited for this week's Waterdeep. Yep, we're going for it. We're just working through it.
He dabbed.
There is no proof I did so.
Not for you audiocast listeners, so I guess there's a bonus. Which, speaking of which, we're over 500, like we're close to 550 downloads now. Like it's insane. Like lots of people are going to check out the audiocast. So if you are listening to this now on the audiocast, you're already super cool. If not, hey, if you have to leave during this video for any reason, just check out our link to the Anchorcast tomorrow. It'll be up on our Twitter feed, which you can check my Twitter. I'm going to do the Cyber Wolf pointy points. You can check it out right there. It's a good time. But last week I was going to say Dragon Deep Water Heist. I know, like, it's just there now. It's just
call that
there.
A campaign.
That's going to be the unofficial name, which will make this problem even worse. But last week on Waterdeep Dragon Heist, our players inherited Troll Skull Manor from a not exactly dear friend named Volo. And after going to this house and checking it out, you found that it was inhabited by a specter by the name of Lif. And Lif seemed like he was kind of upset with the party until the party started talking about plans to turn it into a tavern, as well as started cleaning up the house. And as soon as they seemed to coincide with what Lif is, what Lif was actually looking for, now he's serving you drinks and helping you clean up because he understands that progress is being made. Also, on top of cleaning up the Troll Skull Manor, you guys set out towards the end of last week's session to meet up with a Zhentarim contact in the City of the Dead, where Wolf, you were able to sneak directly in to the City of the Dead, no problem, having rolled a nat 20 on your stealth check. And then Hubris, Ghost, and Kronk all had to go through the guards and listed a variety of names as to who they were going into the City of the Dead. Upon entering, you saw Wolf in the middle of a encounter of sorts with the Zhentarim agents. Ghost and Kronk decided that they were going to tuck off back behind a small mausoleum, whereas Hubris decided that he was going to brazenly walk forward to help draw attention away from his friends who were not as good at stealthing. As a result, Hubris found himself in a contract with the Zhentarim, with a snake biting his forearm, revealing a black snake tattoo that he now has on his skin. And with lightning flashing, the Zhentarim agents all left in what can only be described as a flash movement, leaving only a soaking wet Wolf and Hubris standing alone by the crypts, with Hubris having said, "Your name is Conrad Snow," looking at Wolf. And that is where we are going to pick up. So, I will leave it to you guys.
I'm still laying down in the mud, right? Because I failed my tackle.
You were just standing up.
I would like to throw some mud into Hubris' eye and then run up and punch him.
Okay, make a ranged attack roll with an improvised weapon.
That's just a dex check?
Yep, it'd be just roll to attack with a regular dexterity hit. Like you would a crossbow or a rock. Very...
Oh, okay. So like my short bow?
Yes.
Nat 1. Fuck me!
So, as described
My
previously, your hair was constantly just kind of getting in your eye, and this is one of those, like, the long strand of wet hair definitely slapped you in the eye as you went, and your mud throat goes wide.
Hey.
Can I still try and punch him?
Yeah, you can still run up and punch Hubris. Make an attack roll.
This is strength though, right? So
yes.
It could be dex, right? No, because the monk does the dex.
4.
Yeah, so Hubris, you see Wolf kind of angrily running towards you, looking in an attempt like he's going to strike at you. It looks very easy to dodge out of the way.
Just gonna backstep away from it and let him like charge past me.
Okay.
We're gonna walk up. Or I'm gonna walk up.
Wolf, the fuck?
I follow you.
Yeah, that's the question from me to you. The fuck?
You were surrounded. I wasn't gonna leave you by yourself.
I was fine, and now look at the situation we're in.
We're alive?
You're now part of the Zhentarim?
You're what?
Yeah,
Yeah.
tell him. Tell him,
So-
Hubris.
There was some stuff, and I made a deal because it looked like the only option, and ta-da.
Yeah, and he shows you his forearm, and it just has this tattoo of a black winged snake, where there was none previously.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Right, Kronk? I totally sidling up next to Kronk and just kind of ducking behind him.
What does this mean, Wolf?
It means he's in shit, pretty much. Can you be like me, Hubris?
All right, asshole?
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, I could try. He's like, what? I kick a puppy or something? Is that how that works?
If they tell you to, yeah.
Yeah.
Kill an innocent, no questions asked.
Yeah.
Frame someone.
Send someone into their death?
Oh, arson, burning stuff. I heard Wolf say that before.
Not
Thanks.
show that you care about someone, or else they can use that against you.
God is calling and he's mad.
That is the oddest sounding thunder you've ever heard roll through Waterdeep, but it rolls nonetheless.
Arthur's like, sorry, I'll just put that.
Well, you know, remains to be seen. Bright side, we're all alive.
The only person that can use this scroll is Ghost, so here you go.
I don't think I should take that.
You're the only one that can cast it. It's like,
I pocket it.
Okay, so add 1 scroll of Raise Dead to your inventory.
So, what happens now, Ghost? What? Or,
You're having an existential crisis.
yeah, right. Wolf, what exactly happens now? What are they going? Does he have to go somewhere? Do they know where he is?
they'll probably have people watching him. They'll contact him out of the blue to do his initial initiation.
Which is?
Could be anything they need done.
Can grab coffee really well.
Probably not that. It's either going to be
Hey,
theft, framing, murder, arson.
theft I can do. But hey, if you look at it this way, we have an in to find your whole little blood and hair thing now.
Oh, and they now know we know each other, so good luck finding that. And they probably know about Ghost and Kronk now because you three were together when you spoke to Nubtooth.
Great. Perfect.
Ta-da!
Fuck.
Yeah,
Ta-da.
This
good one, old chap.
could not have gone any worse.
Can you do your little pressy thingy? I'm covered in mud. Can't want a clear shot when I go to punch you next. Just kidding.
Yeah, and all the mud just clears off of your body. You're still very, very soaked, but that's kind of to be expected.
I'm gonna pull Kronk aside.
Hmm.
What do you want to do? If we stay with them, there's going to be problems, more so than we're used to.
Well, everybody already knows who I am anyway, so that's no big deal.
But it will be mixed up with a gang.
You mean these Zhentarim guys?
Yes.
I thought they were the ones we liked, and we didn't like the Xanathar guys.
We like them better than the other ones, but it doesn't mean they're okay. We don't want to be tied down. We have things to do.
Right. I mean, until it's a problem, it ain't a problem.
Ghost kind of...
Sorry.
You're very wise sometimes, Kronk.
Just as wise as I am smart. Which is a true statement.
Look, even a broken clock is right at least twice a day.
Exactly.
I turned back to the group. We didn't move that far away.
It's just a little aside and then back.
So now what? We go about our business until he's called?
Yeah. Same thing we were doing since I've been able to be tracked.
Right. Fine. But I'm not pleased. And I turn and go.
Okay. You start walking off. And then what are the other three of you guys going to do? Because your options are either follow Ghost or stay here in the rain.
After Hubris does the big sigh, Kronk like palms this whole area, and he's like, "Well, it's still a pretty cool tattoo." And then
Thanks, Kronk.
he follows after Ghost.
I was going to walk past you, but I just want to clip on the back of the head and call him an idiot.
Okay.
I don't know.
Hellish
You got
rebuke.
that.
You've activated my trap card.
All right.
Hubris just stands there for like a few more seconds and goes, fuck. Walks.
Okay.
I'm going back to the house.
All right, so there is a slightly pressing matter as you guys get up to the front gate. As you remember that only 3 of you checked in with the guard.
I can't stealth past the guards.
Make your stealth check with advantage as now your guys are like, you have a little bit of familiarity with having Wolf be the one to sneak back in the back or sneak past in the back while you guys are kind of doing a fast talking routine.
17.
Yeah, he got a 4. He's really distracted by this tiny blue floating eye inside of Ghost's skull, and he just eyes wide, but he's totally cool with it. So you guys, after checking your names back in as Humility, Spirit, and then another large signed Kronk Gorblatz, you guys all exit out of the City of the Dead and start making your way back to the house. And you know that it's going to take you about 30 minutes at this point to get back to your house, as there isn't any real street traffic out right now. Most of the shops have closed down. There are still a few bars that are open, but none of them are really near enough to the City of the Dead that they would be having an overflow of revelry right where you guys are located, or really all along the high road. So you guys, and then Wolf, what are you currently doing? Are you going back to the house as well, or are you going back to the alleyway that you had scoped out as your new place of residence?
Yeah, let's go back to the alleyway. And I'll be out with you guys. Same place we met yesterday before. Was it yesterday Ghost died?
Yep.
Meet us back there tomorrow.
It was a long day. All right, so yeah, he is given that instruction as to meet him up. And then the three of you go back to Troll Skull Manor, and as you guys get close to the front, up to the residential area, the door just opens up for you, very welcoming for you all to enter in.
I love this house.
Kronk, I need to clear my head. I'm going to go hunting.
You need backup?
I love you, but you're kind of not very subtle.
That's true.
I'll be all right on my own.
All right. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right. So you are going to be going out hunting. Hubris, you and Kronk are now at the house. What would you guys like to do inside of the manor?
Dry off, sit down at the bar. Hey, Liff, what's the strongest drink you have?
And you see a mug kind of like raise up, and then the hatch to the basement opens up, and you see the mug go down. And then after a couple minutes, the mug comes back up and sets itself on the counter in front of you.
Thank you. He chugs it.
Okay. So you are just going to be getting tanked. Kronk, are you like making a space for yourself in any of the rooms? Or are you kind of just like calling the central area your room, as you're accustomed to kind of staying in living spaces and like general meeting rooms rather than a bedroom?
So I think I'm gonna probably still bunk with Ghost, but what I'll do is in the common room or in the big entrance room on the second floor, where there's like the tower and the big long room, I'll push all the furniture back.
Okay.
And that's until somebody says something. Kronk's decided that's his training room.
Okay.
So
sounds good. So yeah, you are currently moving stuff around in the common room. Awesome. I like it. So yeah, then Ghost, you are going hunting. So what are you looking for in particular?
I'm looking for any leads on my cold case, seeing if I can find any mention of the person I'm looking for, Mr. Priestman.
Okay. So make a investigation check.
I'm not bad at that. Who wants to go first? Okay. You shouldn't have rolled off that thing. That was a 6.
A 6? Hooey. Yeah, so your 6, you search around for an hour and a half, closer to 2 hours, and it's around 1 a.m. at this point. And you haven't really found head or tail of this sun priest that you are currently hunting after. You've heard that there have been an influx of religious figures into Waterdeep as they prepare for one of the upcoming festivals that they have more towards the winter, but it's better as a member of the laity to come by early and stake your claim on either a house that you're renting as a group or find a temple that's in need of skilled hands, so that way you aren't necessarily left sleeping outside or in very meager conditions. So you are aware that there is an influx of holy figures into the city, but you aren't sure if your lead is still open.
Okay.
All right.
If nothing comes up, then I will go back to the house,
Okay.
the tower. I'll go right upstairs.
Okay, so you are staking the tower out as your own?
Oh, no,
Okay.
I'm taking the main bedroom.
Okay. Yeah, so you go to the master bedroom, which is on the 3rd floor of this building. And yeah.
Do I pass by Kronk?
Yeah, Kronk has like set up the common area. Basically, you will open up the door, leading up the stairs to the living quarters, and you'll see all of the furniture just pushed aside. And Kronk, what are you currently doing to train? Are you like lifting, like doing like barbell presses with furniture? Are you like shadow boxing? Like, what is your current?
Is it like 1 a.m?
Yeah, it's like 1 a.m. now.
Oh, I'm out.
Okay.
I'll be flopped in the bed and snoozing away.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Then I will also get the bed. How big's the bed?
The bed is it was about a queen size mattress. So with Kronk being just like laying in it, like his arms and legs are still off to the side. He's a big boy.
Mm-hmm.
So he is definitely making use of most of this bed.
Sure. I'm pretty used to that, so I'll just like push his arm up and kind of squish it as my pillow,
Okay.
and then I'll go to sleep.
Okay. Sounds good. And Hubris, are you still awake at 1 a.m, or did you decide after a few drinks to call it an evening and rest?
Yeah, he's like lying down on top of the stage.
Okay. Sounds good.
His coat like folded up behind his head. He's just like, staring at the ceiling. I think I fucked up.
And as you say that, your vision is kind of drawn over to the dent in the wall that had fixed this, and it seems to disappear and then reappear oriented so that way you can see it.
Does it say anything, or is it just like...
It just says fix this.
All right. Like that or this?
You see from the storage area in the back that a small hand mirror comes out and just shows itself to you. And then in the dust, you see written fix this.
If you weren't so cute, I would have you exercised.
The mirror kind of steadily goes down a little bit.
We'll figure it out. Good night, Liv. He like rolls on the stage.
Okay. Sounds good. And then, Wolf, you found your alleyway. And then did you have anything else that you would like to do before going to sleep?
Nope, just going to sleep.
Okay.
On the dry spot. Driest.
All right. Fair enough. Yeah, so you guys all go through your long rests and wake up. Kronk, you are going to be waking up earlier than Ghost is, but when you open up your eyes, you see that Ghost has come back. And Hubris, when you wake up, you can see that there is actually a blanket that has been pulled over you.
Mm-hmm.
And Wolf, you kind of wake up to a very early morning chill. It seems like your space that had kept you dry was actually between two buildings in such a way that it created a mild wind tunnel. So when you woke up, you were just kind of shivering from having been damp the night before and then having that cold kind of wash over you all night.
So way stupid early, like first light or whatever. Kronk, slowly like a glacier moves his arm out so that Ghost's head is on the mattress. Mm-hmm. And then he scuttles away, and the common room is right outside that.
The common room is down the stairs from the master bedroom. So you would leave the master bedroom, take an immediate 2 rights down the stairwell, and then there's a doorway at the end of a hall that leads into the common area, and that's where you would set up your training area.
All right, and then he just starts his like morning exercise routine and stuff, and at one point this is like an hour or more into training, he starts to get loud. And he, dastardly bastards, and calling stuff out, and I guess that goes on until somebody stops him.
Oh yeah. No, Hubris definitely wakes up to just the sound of your heavy Goliath footsteps just pounding around the floor directly above him. And Ghost, you also wake up to what sounds like Kronk just yelling in his stage voice.
Hubris like scrunches up in a ball, throwing the covers over his head.
I'm gonna go get up out of bed, stretch, and then I'm gonna go watch him for a little bit and see when he notices me.
Okay. So make a stealth check.
I'm just gonna stand there.
Okay. So we'll say base 10. Like you aren't trying to be stealthy.
Yeah.
And then Kronk, make a perception check.
Because my perception is 10.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, I don't notice. I get a 6. So basically Kronk's like, double ass slice, penguin scissors. He's going through all these like crazy moves and calling them out as he's whirling around the room, and then he'll spin at one point and he goes, great balls of iron. You are a ghost.
Not anymore. Do you need a sparring partner?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. We're gonna go toe to toe,
Alrighty.
as we've done many times before.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, honey.
All right. So yeah, Hubris. Now you are hearing the sounds of Ghost and Kronk just kind of like yelling and fighting each other in the space above you.
The coolest part is she's just as strong as Kronk is.
Mm-hmm.
So you're hearing kaboom, kaboom, kaboom feet, and then you're hearing like and then bam, and Kronk going type thing. So
Gotta be lighter on your feet, Kronk.
All right,
the visual is awesome.
So for your guys' strength contest, we are going to have you roll strength versus strength to find out who landed more blows against each other.
Oh, okay.
Because this wasn't to blood. This was just like sparring.
Ooh. 21?
21.
So yeah, Hubris, when you eventually go upstairs to spy on your friends, you open up the door right at the moment that you see Kronk's fist come out and Ghost's open palms just catches him mid-air, and they're both just locked in this hand-to-hand combat. And you can see that like a lot of the furniture has been pushed away, but they both look like they have just been getting into a scuffle this morning. But they both seem happy and enjoying themselves.
You might actually see Ghost smiling.
It's true.
Kronk's generally smiling, so yeah, this is the best.
Hubris just smiles to himself, closes the door, and like walks out. There's like a bakery near us.
Yeah, there should be a bakery near you.
I'll grab breakfast for everyone.
Okay. Yeah, so mark off 15 silver.
Yeah, not bad.
That's a breakfast.
You guys live in Troll Skull Alley. It's not exactly the most downtrodden of alleyways.
Stupid Starbucks.
Right? Oh, that was good, Kronk. You've been practicing.
Yeah. Fought to a standstill again, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We
Kind of have that problem.
we still got a score to settle on the arm wrestling, though.
Yes, we do. What's our plan for today?
I'm not much of a planner.
What do you want to do?
I don't laugh, actually.
We can explore. We can go hurt people. We could go tell Hubris how terrible he is again.
Where's Wolf?
You probably went back to some alley.
This is the best house ever, and he's in an alley. Let's go get him.
Oh. You are definitely welcome to go do that. I'm gonna start cleaning.
Oh, right. Kronk's gonna be lost.
Okay.
In this
Oh no, that's right.
He's just gonna be
Remember. Road marks, remember. Find something that you know and keep it in your brain.
All right.
Okay?
Gotcha.
Count your turns if you can, okay? And if you get lost...
He's getting like sheepy, more sheepish.
And if you get lost, you can always ask for directions. It's not shameful.
Troll Skull Alley Manor.
Troll Skull Alley. Yes, very good.
All right. And then now she's talked to him like a kindergartner, and then all 8 foot and 600 pounds, draped in weapons and armor and stuff, like goes off like, you know, like a kid going to catch the school bus kind of thing.
Don't talk to strangers.
Unless they have really sweet candy.
Oh, yeah, right? I'm going to go down to the tavern and start cleaning.
All right. And as you are exiting the building, you actually see Hubris coming back with what looks to be three containers that you would know would be probably breakfast at this point. But Kronk, you have already made your way, and you did not end up passing.
I didn't
Hubris,
pass him.
You just
Son of a bitch.
Yep. All right.
You have gold, though, right? If you want to grab it.
Oh, yeah.
Did you allowance him gold, or does he have his own gold?
He has his own gold. He's an adult.
He can spend money how he wants.
Exactly. He can make his own mistakes. Oh, I see Hubris outside.
Yeah.
I kind of stop and look at him.
Hi.
Hello.
Gotcha breakfast.
Awful.
Yeah. Just hand her.
Thank you. How are you feeling this morning?
Slightly hungover, but okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just gonna try to skirt past her to get back into the bar.
Okay.
I let him go and then I follow.
Yeah. You guys are both headed into the bar downstairs.
I'm gonna eat at a table in silence, but one of those girl silences where you know that they're mad at you and they're not gonna say anything about it.
You're just
Like,
seething contempt.
Mm-hmm. You don't see it on my face, but it's like palpable.
Yeah.
Well, I would like to think as well that Ghost probably sat at the, like, on the farthest right-hand seat, so that way Hubris looks over and can only see the blue flaming eye. Like, he can't actually get a good read on what you're even looking at that point.
At some point, he just stops looking at her altogether. Just like, oh fuck.
And at this point, more ale mugs have been brought up for the two of you. And Kronk, I would like for you to make a survival check.
Oh, my poor baby.
All right.
Or history, if that's better.
Kronk's big day out.
Yeah, they're both.
Okay.
I've changed alleyways.
He doesn't know this.
All right, an 11.
Okay. So it takes you about 35 minutes to arrive to where you believed that you that was where you had met with Wolf previously, or at least that's where Ghost had told you to stay, and that she was going to go investigate. So this is as close to Wolf's place as you have ever been. And then Wolf, you said that you were planning on meeting them at the four-way crossroads where you guys always meet up in the morning.
Mm-hmm. As far as I knew, our plan today was off to Fabio's.
What's the bizarre probability that crossing happened? I mean, I would catch him coming.
You wouldn't catch him coming, but with Wolf's 22 perception, he definitely saw you kind of just like strutting ahead through the crossroad, like right in front of him. But you had this like going to Wolf's place, and like just kind of muttering to yourself as you're walking past.
And now that I'm at Wolf's place, I'm like, Wolf! Wolf! And every, like, I don't know, 30, 40 seconds, I'll just, Wolf!
Yeah, Wolf, there is no way that you do not see the 8-foot-tall, 600-pound Goliath man yelling Wolf in the middle of Waterdeep city streets.
What are you doing, Kronk?
Hey, look it, I found you. He's all proud of himself.
Yes, you did.
So, what are we doing today?
I thought we were meeting up where we normally always meet, and then go to Fabio's.
Great, let's do that.
Is it just you?
And I look around, thinking, nobody said they were doing anything, so I'm here. We can go get him.
We probably should. I don't think we're the best two people to go try and get money off of. Legally.
Only end badly.
Or we could just go to Fabio's.
You know me.
What do you want to do?
You point, I'll go.
Do you want the others?
I mean,
or do we want to be heroes?
Chance to be a hero.
You just eyes wide at the chance to be a hero.
Though Hubris is usually the one who talks to people.
Yeah, but Hubris has also made a lot of mistakes in the past 12 hours. So,
all right, let's do it.
We're off to Fabio's. Welcome.
Okay. Sounds good. So yeah, you are making your way towards Fabio's place in the Castle Ward. I believe is the Castle Ward. Yes, within the Castle Ward itself. What a great map to have.
We got this.
So from the place where you guys met up, you know that the entryways into the Castle Ward is probably only a 25-minute walk away from where you guys are. As Waterdeep is a very compact city. Even though it does have many alleyways and many different places where people can actually go, it's still very tight in its alleyways and streetways. So, yeah, you guys go. You take your time kind of walking there, and you ask the Magister once you arrive. We are looking for Daggle Neverember. He's told to come get him if we need a favor, and they escort you to his premises just so that way they aren't just giving away information for free, and they don't leave your side until they see you walking into his building. And you guys go up and just knock on, and you knock on the door, and after a couple minutes opening the door, you see Rainier Neverember. That's who you guys were looking for earlier, not Daggle. If you guys had said Daggle, they would have laughed at you and told you to go to Neverwinter.
Fabio, my good friend. I'm just gonna walk in.
Yes, do come in. Hello, big fellow.
Hey, if he walked in, then I.
Oh yeah, no, he's just kind of like standing door open. Okay, and then closes. Can I help you?
We saved your life. We saved your friend's life. You owe us a favor.
Yes. So what is
Here
it?
to collect on that favor.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to
How rich
agree.
does he look?
He looks fairly wealthy, and it looks like the house that he lives in is also not particularly downtrodden. It looks like it is all very well made up. You can see that there are candle holders that are made of silver. You can see that there are nice plates that are kind of sparsed around. You can see flowers that are still very vibrant and green. He looks like he looks pretty loaded in wolf terms.
We need money.
Oh, okay. How much? I don't particularly like starting conversations with people asking, but I also appreciate that you're being to the point.
I don't know how much it's going to cost to work a place. We're starting a business.
Yeah, it's really cool. There's a ghost.
Ghost?
Not the one you met. A different one.
Wait, are you meaning...
A spirit which lifts
Are
shit.
you meaning that place Volo bought, that run-down old
That's
tavern?
now our place. Because we saved your lookalike.
I see. Well, there are...
And we kind of lost someone because of that, but that's a different story.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry to hear that.
Like 5,000 gold, sorry? Oh.
That is an expense that I regrettably cannot afford to just simply hand out.
It's an investment.
And he just starts laughing at you. I'm sorry. I'm terribly sorry for your loss, but if you honestly thought that you could just come into my home and ask for 5,000 gold, you realize how long it takes to earn that much money, right? Like, I didn't just inherit money from my father. I made smart investments.
Well, you did, didn't you?
He took most of what he had to Neverwinter.
Kronk is like laughing with him, kind of like, I don't get it, but he's trying.
He saw other people laughing, and there's probably a joke in there somewhere.
Wolf is just saying to himself, assaulting a noble, 500 gold. Assaulting a noble, 500 gold.
If it's for starting a business,
Yeah.
then present me with the proper paperwork so that way I know what I'm funding. But I'm not just going to give every single person who says that they're going to start a business who walks through my door a loan of 5,000 gold pieces. That's asinine.
Whoever said anything about a loan?
I'm not just going to give 5,000. If we're talking about a loan, maybe that's something I can do.
Kronk, we probably should have brought Hubris.
Paperwork. Got it.
If you bring me paperwork about how much this investment is going to cost me, and it's significantly less than 5,000 gold pieces, he starts chuckling to himself a little bit. Then yes, we can do business. I'm all for returning favors, but I don't appreciate people coming here demanding such high prices for things I know nothing of.
Yeah. Hubris. Should have brought Hubris. All right. And I'm still kind of laughing with him.
Yeah.
Not getting it.
To him, it's kind of helping keep the situation from being tense.
And, yeah, I guess Kronk's just trying to be like, remember paperwork.
Now, is there anything else that I can help you with? Are you looking for lunch money or...
Yes.
Directions?
Lunch money would be cool.
Here's 2 gold. Buy yourself something nice. And he reaches into a small pouch at his waist and hands you the coin.
Can I have 10 years worth of lunch money?
No.
Fuck. Worth a try. Let's go.
And Kronk's like, hey!
Yeah, where's his lunch money? He eats like 5 times as much as me.
I didn't eat breakfast. We gotta get breakfast first.
But breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Here, hold on. And he pulls out 4 gold pieces and hands it to you.
Okay. All right. put them in my pouch, and I'm like, I like you, Never Ember.
Rainier.
Rainier.
Catch you later, Fabio.
Not Floon.
Not Floon is a very important distinction. Thank you. And thank you for rescuing him, as he kind of ushers you guys out of his house.
Oh, yeah, if we don't get this loan to start the business, I'll be bringing my author friend over.
I'll just have my guard friends escort him away. It's rather simple.
That'll be fun to watch, so maybe I'll still bring him.
Maybe it would be. Perhaps a jape on Volo's parts is exactly what we need.
Okay. Let's get back to the shitty house.
Yeah, so you guys, and it's about a 50-minute walk back to Troll Skull Alley at this point, but you guys do make it there. And Hubris and Ghost, you guys have finished up your meals, and your plates and the plates and containers that you had actually got taken away from you by Lif. And so you've just kind of been sitting in kind of a tense silence now for the better part of a half hour. And it's going to be about an hour and a half until Kronk and Wolf come back from their buddy cop adventure.
Hubris has been, like, with a less than clean rag, been, like, polishing the same spot for the last 5 minutes. It's not getting any cleaner.
Ghost is fixing chairs and seeing where, if something needs to be, like, ripped off or something. She's just trying to do, like, the handier stuff, I guess. Ow.
Oh, wait a minute. I look at the stage. I look at my hand and I go, why am I doing this? Prestidigitation.
And the entire stage is just clean.
This cuts out like 5 hours of work. He's just gonna go around prestidigitizing everything.
And as you do, you hear in the, like, just in the surrounding area, just, yay, yay! And it sounds like a children's birthday party as you prestidigitate all of these spaces clean. Until eventually the entire lower tavern has just been completely made spotless by your prestidigitation. To where now the only place where there is still a fix this is on the indent in the roof.
Right. This is really gonna be a pain to fix.
I go out and I'm gonna start looking. Well, no, I need to go get wood for that, right? He smashed a hole in the floor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there a place around that sells just wood?
Tally Fellbranch, the woodworker.
I wasn't asking you.
Oh, goodbye.
I still haven't
Tally
spoken.
Fellbranch, the woodworker.
I'm gonna like walk outside and kind of look down the street to see if I can see anything. Is it close? Or is there like a hanging sign that's all fancy?
The hanging sign is actually on an alleyway that you do not have direct visual on. But looking down the alley, you can see that there is a sign for a place called the Tiger's Eye. There's a place for the Bookworm's Treasure. And then you can also see what looks to be a dilapidated sign that says Froon's Brews. Kind of kitty corner from where your guys' establishment is.
Okay. I'm going to like turn in the doorway and look inside and just say, I'm going out. Lift. Slam the door.
And as you walk out, the door just slams.
I fucked up.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go ask and see if I can find a woodworker.
Yeah. So your Troll Skull Alley, where the manor is at a T intersection. So which way from the T are you going? Are you going right, south, or are you going east, south, west, or north.
What is the closest building to us?
The closest building to you would be, I believe, the investigator's house. The Tiger's Eye.
That's a good place to go if I'm going to try and figure out something. I'm going to go in there.
Okay. And so when you get to the door, there's actually a sign that's hanging up, and it says "Out to lunch."
All right, then I'm going to go next door.
Okay. And down the way from that is the Bookworm's Treasury.
Perfect.
And you see that there is just this small, plump little golden dragonborn that's feet up on an ottoman with a set of tiny spectacles reading a kind of oversized book.
Oh, can I help you?
Hello, I'm looking for a woodworker. I obviously know that you are not, but...
Well, if you're looking for a woodworker, I would suggest the Bent Nail. It's down the way, take a right and then a left. You can't miss it.
Wonderful.
Are you
moved
much of
in-
a reader?
Not anymore. And I kind of pushed my hair back a little bit.
He doesn't seem to take notice. As soon as you said no, he just went back to reading his book.
Good day. And I walk out and I follow his directions.
And he doesn't even wave his hand at you. He just, just acknowledges that you've left.
Yes, yes.
So yeah, following directions that you were given by Rashal, you find your way to the Bent Nail, and inside you see that there is a half elf who is currently in the process of making what looks to be a chair. And as you walk in, he looks at you and just, customer? Can I help you?
Yes, I'm looking for some just pieces of wood and some nails. I've got a hole in my staircase that needs to be fixed.
Well, if you are going to be making any improvements on your home, you are going to need to get that done by the Woodworkers Guild. I'm sorry. Are you a guild member?
Yes.
Can I see your credentials?
No.
And I'm not
I'm
going
not.
to be selling you any wood, because if the guild members find out that I was the one who sold you wood for a illicit home improvement project, then that can put a poor reputation on my business.
Well, I can understand that, of course. Are you part of the Woodworkers Guild?
I wouldn't have a woodworking shop if I wasn't.
Of course. Could you perhaps come to my home this afternoon to help me?
Well, suppose I could. It's a standard fee of 25 gold pieces for repairs.
Sure.
Yeah. All right. How does hour and a half sound? I just need to put the finishing touches on this, and then the finishing, and then I'd be able to help.
It's a beautiful chair.
Oh, thank you. I take a lot of pride in my work. Are you a bow user by chance, or do you use crossbows, or do you have any? Do you need sparring weapons? Any kind of wooden weapons at all?
No, I don't like to fight with weapons like that. It's
Fair enough.
not my style. But perhaps one of my friends would. Would you be able to produce a large creature?
Yes, I could do that.
I have a Goliath friend who loves to spar.
I'll see what I can do, and if it ends up working out well, if I can make a schematic large enough for it, I can at least bring you by something to show when I
that'd
come
be
later.
fantastic.
I might have something laying around that just needs a little bit more work, but we'll see. I'm Tally, by the way, and he extends his hand out to you.
I do the lady thing and I say, Ghost
He
is what my friends call me.
And he gives you a gentle bow. Lady Ghost.
You can stop by. We live down the way at the Trollshaw Manor.
Are you Hubris's roommate? Friend? Partner? He came in here the other day and introduced himself.
Oh, yes, he also lives there.
Ah. Well, then I will most certainly get my drink from him and see what I can do about fixing your floor.
That would be lovely. Thank you so much.
Oh, it's really no problem.
I'll see you later.
And he just smiles and acknowledges and goes back to working on his chair.
And I'm gonna head back to the house then.
Okay. So while you are out and greeting with this Tallyfell branch, Hubris, you actually hear a knock on the door.
Opens it gingerly.
And you can see that there is a large half-orc that is currently just standing in your doorway looking down. And he does not look like the live half-orc that you met earlier. This guy just looks massive.
Probably want to invite me inside.
Come in, please. Be my guest.
Thank you.
And he just walks in. As he steps in, just
It's a nice plant you got there.
Thank you.
pulls
It was
down
a
his
gift.
hood. He pulls down his hood, and you can see that one of his ears actually just has a small notch in it, like a bit of it had been either ripped or torn, possibly bitten away. And he crosses his hands in front of him and looks at you.
So you're the new recruit?
Yes. Yes, I am. Can I get you anything to drink? Ale?
No.
Bourbon?
No, I'm good. I'm good right
Okay.
now. But there is something that you can do. Let's see. You're resourceful, right? They said that you had a set of quick hands. Good at tracking people down.
Yep, that's me. Mr. Tracker Extraordinaire.
And my guess is that you were trying to be heroic last night with your friends. Possibly save Conrad, save the other two. Just what, offering yourself with us?
Yeah, it was a sort of spur in the moment dealy. Wasn't really thinking straight. I know this is like one of those things you can't really back out of, so
No.
yeah.
No, this is one deal that you done made yourself.
Yep.
But how would you like to stop people from dying? Does that sound good? I don't know what Snow told you that we in the Zents do, but we like to keep a peace of sorts. Our system wouldn't work if the city itself fell into chaos. We have our hands in too many pockets, so we like to make sure that things stay the way that they are. Seem reasonable?
So from the most simplest form, you keep the status quo.
Sure. Till it suits us otherwise.
I really don't have a choice in this matter, do I?
No.
That-
But
then-
that's alright. 'Cause you're gonna be a hero. We've had
Yay.
some of our members, some of our men, good elves and half-elves, they've been dying a little bit too frequently on the docks. It's not the Xanathar men. They always leave a mark or make a hoop and a holler. He's just sort of seemed to be meeting a fate that's unfit. So, if you're such a good investigator, why don't you look out for me? Why don't you go to the docks tonight, next couple nights, see if you find anything? If you do, initiation complete. If not, just make sure you're there for 3 nights at least.
Fine. Great. 3 nights at the docks.
If you can do 3 nights at the docks, you're in the clear.
So, what? If I find the person that's ganking all your elves and half-elves, report back to you, take it out, what?
We'll find you. It's easy. You guys have a pretty established place now. And it's not like you and your friends hide particularly well. Got one of those half giants that's taller than me. Loud as all hells. Seems like good muscle. Maybe he'll want to be a hero too.
Nope. This is my thing. You don't touch any of them.
I won't. Long as you do what you're told.
Fine. How do I address you? Boss?
You
Sir?
can call me Ziraj.
Daddy? Siraj. Cool. Siraj.
I'll be keeping my eye out. Always make sure to keep my eye out. But seems like you got a night spent at the docks later, boy.
And he just turns around, grabs the door handle, opens it up, and then walks out.
Liv, you're not allowed to tell anyone this happened.
And you hear the sound of clinking coins.
I reach into my pocket and I flick up a gold piece.
And the gold piece stops halfway in the air and then begins trailing back to the general storage facility. And then that is where we are going to go into our first break of the evening. So I wanted to say thank you to everybody who has come by and stuck with us through this amazing adventure through the streets of Waterdeep. So we're going to try and be back in 5 to 10 minutes. So grab a food, grab a drink, grab a friend, bring them back, and we're all going to have an absolutely great time because we're all such great friends.
This is gonna be a wholesome episode, he said at the start of this session.
It is wholesome. Nothing bad's happened.
Yet.
Yet. All right, everybody. We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the stream. We just got done with our first break of the evening, which this probably sounds really weird to you podcast listeners because I always remove the break audio, so it's okay. We are going to be picking back up with Hubris, who is standing in the doorway of the of Troll Skull Manor, having just paid off Liv to not speak of such matters as you're dealing with the Zhentarim. And that is about a minute or two goes by after you've caught your breath from this encounter, and that's when Ghost just walks back in and the door opens up freely. And Ghost, you see that Hubris, you don't have to clean anymore, so you could just be sitting at the bar enjoying some drinks unless you wanted to go back up to the top floor and just start cleaning up there. As you have several more rooms to get through, / several more layers.
I didn't see anyone leave, did I?
No.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Hubris is just gonna be like, oh, this makes it like 50 times easier.
All right, so you're just going through the top 2 floors.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, Ghost, when you return, you open up the tavern door and you can see that the entire lower part of the tavern has just been cleaned spotless through prestidigitation magic, and you can hear Hubris hurriedly running around upstairs, casting the spell continuously until your house is just spotless clean.
Okay. Lift. Could I see you?
And you just kind of see a mild like outline of what you would guess to be a half elf. That's just kind of sitting at the bar. And
Okay.
you had seen like there was a mug that had a rag in it, and when you ask if you can see him, you just see his form apparate as he's cleaning a mug.
Okay, I'm gonna walk over and sit down.
He sets
there
the
a
mug in front of
reason?
you.
Is there a reason you're still here? On this plane?
You hear the sound of money.
Were you cheated?
He shakes his head no.
You just like money?
He nods his head yes.
Because if you were cheated or held here by any malicious means or vicious intent, I could help with that.
And he looks at you and then looks at the wall behind him, and you can see just that kind of like mildewed condensation mold grow out again, but this time it shows you a picture of Troll Skull Manor. It looks just like a side view, and you can see that it looks very dilapidated, and Lift looks at it, and his head kind of casts down. He's sad. And then you see him look at it again, and it changes to show a pristine-looking Troll Skull Manor with what looks to be lots of people coming inside, and you can see just what looks to be a smile on his face.
All right. Simple needs, I suppose. I'm having someone come by later to fix the hole in the ceiling.
He nods.
If you need anything, just let me know.
He points up to the ceiling where you know the phrase "fix this" has just still been there since last night. And he just gives you a very deadpan look.
Yeah, I'm working on it. Where is there any hidden areas? Any interesting places we should know about?
He just shakes his head.
All right. Do you like houseplants?
Kind of gives a mild shrug. Doesn't really feel one way or the other about them.
All right.
Yeah, and it's as you're having this conversation, that is when Kronk and Wolf come back. And are you guys coming to into the tavern area, or are you going upstairs?
I kind of follow, so
I'm going upstairs because, as far as I know, Casper doesn't bother me up there.
Okay. So yeah, you walk up the back stairs, and you go to grab the doorknob, and where normally the door would just open up for you. Yes, hello. You see the door opens up where the door would normally open up for your other friends. It just stays steady, and when you go to grab at the handle, the door just opens, no issue. And as you walk inside, Ghost, you can see Lift just kind of get like this stark look on his face, and like looks up towards the direction where you know that the entryway to the second floor is, and then he just seems to disappear into just this miasmus cloud that just dissipates in front of you.
Good talk.
I'm gonna be super wary of flying shit coming at my head.
Okay. So yeah, you walk in and you can see that all of the furniture has been pushed off to the sides of the rooms, but this looks actually really nice now. You can see that a lot of the surfaces don't have any dirt or grime or mold growing on them. It looks like they've all just been very, very, very cleaned. In the same way that that was probably Hubris using the prestidigitation spell, as you can actually hear him from the 3rd floor now, still walking around just casting his cleaning spell.
Like a gangster in a knife fight in an alley.
Or a shark or a jet.
I'm gonna go up to Hubris and say, we need paperwork and your talking skills to get money off RBO, because he doesn't believe me for some reason.
What did you say exactly in your own words? Don't paraphrase, your own words.
Give me 5,000 gold.
Uh-huh.
We got 6.
So like less than 1%.
He thought we asked for a loan, but I corrected him on that.
Okay. Am I
He's
almost
lucky
done?
I didn't kill him.
Don't kill nobility. Don't kill.
Yeah, I know. I don't have enough gold for that. If I had 5,000, I would. No, wait, no. Killing nobility's death. Yeah, nah, I know not to do that one.
Right. Okay. So, Hubris is just gonna walk down the stairs and think to himself.
Business plan. That's the words.
Okay. I've got a few ideas. I'm gonna have to talk to some people, but I have a few ideas.
I'm going to say really loud, do you hear that, Caspar? We're fixing your house.
There's no response.
Right, we've gone. Did you get an exorcism?
No. He's still here. Anyway.
Have we seen him manifest upstairs other than to fix the leak, maybe?
Yeah, it was just to fix the leak. And he's also, he has opened the door for you on several occasions.
Okay.
I haven't seen him upstairs because I left.
Yep.
So I think it's safe.
For now.
Whoa.
It's the best that it's October and we're playing and we have a haunted house. It is really awesome.
It's your guys'
Very
haunted
nice
house.
haunted house. Isn't
It means nothing to me.
Oh, very. Go carve a watermelon.
Go
Make a
Carl.
jack-o'-melon.
Melon.
We
Then with
do
the
get
holes inside,
pumpkins
you
which
just
you can
fill
carve.
it with booze.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well,
Let
why
on.
carve it out? So yeah, Hubris. You, business plan, money. Let's go.
Right. I'll go do something in legalese, whatever.
Now. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm heading down now. This is why I'm at the
Go,
stairs.
go.
Okay, lift. As he opens up the downstairs door.
Wait, what?
No, there's no stairwell that leads from the top to
Oh, I have to go
latest.
out
You have to
and
go
then-
out and around. Unless you guys want to get down on some renovation plans. In which case,
Later on.
that's an entirely different occurrence. So yeah. So you leave from the top floor and you exit, and the door opens up for you. And the door just remains open after you exit the building to start heading downstairs.
Liv, do you have parchment, quill, and ink in here, or is that a no-go?
No response.
I'm going to walk out of the bar and wait outside for you. Because I don't think Asper likes me.
Okay.
All right. So Wolf, are you also exiting from the top floor to go downstairs.
I'm going to be weary going at the door, which I didn't open.
Okay.
Go quickly and then just kind of
Make
wait
a
outside.
dexterity saving throw as you go through the door.
17.
All right. So with the 17, the door catches you right on your heels, and it just slams shut after you exit. So, Kronk, as you are now just standing on the second floor room alone, as you get close to the door opens back up for you.
I'm painting this place pink.
I giggled the whole way down the stairs.
Okay.
Not at Wolf getting attacked by the house, but that the door opened for me. It's just hilarious.
All right.
Kronk is a man of simple needs.
So yeah, Ghost, you are waiting downstairs, and that's when Hubris walks in, and then Kronk follows. Not even a half minute later, and you can hear Wolf outside, just kind of yelling at Hubris.
Kronk, I'm so glad you found your way home.
I found Wolf too.
Is he
Oh.
outside?
Yep.
Where was he?
Waiting for us at the crossroads this morning.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh,
You say to yourself, you can hear them just fine with your 22 perception.
The place looks very nice, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, very nice. Good job, Liff.
Just no response.
He
I
doesn't
did-
know that he went around prestidigitating, so he assumes the ghost cleaned it.
Mm-hmm.
I will
He's been
let this
cleaning up
pass.
after us already.
I hired someone to come by this afternoon to fix the hole in the ceiling.
That one.
Yes. I believe it's what do you have? Is it a maul? What is it
Uh,
called?
Ball and chain.
Oh, it's just a ball and chain.
Yeah.
I believe it's about the size of your weapon there.
Yeah, that's where we tried to pound through to save you guys the other day.
And so you broke the stairs, right?
The ceiling. Yep.
Right, yes. And because of that, I think that it's only fair that you pay half.
Sure.
Okay. I'm glad we agree. Would you like a drink?
Yeah.
At that, you see that there are 3 mugs that get set back up onto the bar.
Actually, I should have. Yeah, I'm just gonna rummage in my bag, and grab the stuff I need to start writing out a
Okay.
business proposition.
You know that you have more of your papers and inks and stuff tucked away inside of your chair that I don't believe you guys have actually moved over to the manor yet.
Mm.
Yep.
It's just rudimentary, just writing out.
Okay.
just going to yell out, hurry up, Hubris. Come on.
What is
Perfection
he waiting for, Kronk?
takes time.
I heard that. No, it doesn't.
What is he waiting for?
Oh, paperwork. We're going to get a bunch of money from Rainier Emberheart.
Rainier, never Ember.
Never Ember.
And why is he going to give us this money?
Make this place awesome.
Oh, okay. Let me just. Are we actually opening up a bar? Kronk's like, wait, we're not.
when you say, "Are we really opening up a bar?" You hear the sound of like uproarious bar and like coins jangling, and you know that is Lift's take on the matter.
Kronk doesn't say anything. He's like, I thought that was the plan, you know, and he doesn't say anything though. Stares like,
Hubris,
Yes.
are we actually going to open a bar?
I mean, the revenue we would generate would be like through the roof, considering we have quite the gimmick.
Okay. You know we're criminals, right?
Right, and every criminal operates every criminal organization needs a front-facing operation to mask what they're doing internally.
I'm not going to be a barmaid.
You don't need to be a barmaid. We can hire people to be barmaids. That's the point of having a bar.
I just want to mutter alleged criminals.
I feel something in the back of my neck. All right. I don't.
I mean, if we're gonna have this place, we might as well put it to use.
I really don't want anything to do with that. No offense, Liff. I'm just not the business type.
You hear what sounds like a large crowd going, "Oh!"
I don't mind living here, and I like you. I just don't like most people. And being in a bar, there are a lot of people that I don't want to deal with.
You hear the sound of a lot of money being shaken.
I don't need money to be happy, Liff.
No response.
Yeah, right. He doesn't understand.
This concept is so foreign to me.
Heretic.
If we're going to ask Never Ember for something, shouldn't we ask him for, I don't know, something to do with his father's fortune? Like the treasure that's hidden?
True. But I could have sworn he said that he didn't know anything about that. Like, the entire thing was... What was it? Maybe I'm just misremembering.
You
What
can make
he
a
said
history
in
check
public
if
and
you
what
would
he's
like.
what he says in private aren't always the same.
On D&D Beyond, I have all of my stats at my hand. Fingertips. That is a 14 plus 15.
Yeah. So you do remember that your conversation with Rainier, during that conversation, he let you know that he knew nothing about where the location of his father's treasure was, as that is what he had tried to explain to the Zents and the Zhentarim agents that had tried to kidnap and torture him for that information.
Well, we could always snoop around his place, see if there's any clues. Now, the Never Ember estate that he lives in is separate from where his father lived, or
it is the old house that his father did live at, but when his father was chased out of town, he just took that estate as his own. And it's not like its own place on the outside of town or up on a hill separate. Like, it's pretty smushed in there with a lot of other noble houses. As it seems like the only real difference between living on Market Street and in the noble quarters, or in the castle ward, is just the size of home that is also pressed up against other sizable homes.
instant gratification or a shit ton of money later down the line. We could use some of the money to... Treasure.
Am I hearing this with my perception?
Uh,
Because I don't want to be too far away. I kind of still want to be slightly involved in the conversation.
yeah, no.
Just
you
don't want to be
are-
anywhere Casper can hit me.
Yeah, you are currently up near the outside of the manor, and you are busy listening in on this, and that is actually when you hear from behind you, "Can I help you with anything?" And you look behind and you see that there is a very handsome-looking half-elven woodworker who seems to have a few boards of wood over his shoulder and has some of his tools off to the side on a front apron.
Hold on a second. I want to turn back to the door and yell out, why not both?
Because he's only gonna make us choose one or the other.
He doesn't even know about the other one just yet. Befriend him. Long con. Turn back.
The
You
woodworker
had
is just
nothing.
looking at you, and then
It's
just
a nickname
walks
I
up
give him.
past you onto the door, and just maintaining eye contact, knocks on the door. Just
Careful of the ghost.
okay.
I open the door.
And you just see he's not looking into the room anymore. He's just looking over at Wolf, and then he looks back at you. Came to fix your floor?
Oh, yes, wonderful. Let me take you there.
Tally!
Oh, Hubris, it's nice to see you again.
Hello.
Is it on this floor? Is it upstairs? Where's?
We have to go to the living quarters.
All right. Well, would you mind escorting me?
Absolutely not.
Oh.
And I
Excellent. Lead the way.
walk him up there.
Okay.
Did you happen to notice my larger friend?
He kind of just looks at you and just, is he the one standing outside yelling about cons?
No, that's kind of the black sheep of the family.
All right. There's nothing wrong with that.
No, remember how he said to be, that there was a ghost in the house?
Yes, I've heard rumors that this place was haunted before.
The ghost doesn't like him.
Huh.
Yeah.
It's weird that it plays favorites, but sure. Is it going to be okay if I
What?
am in here? Like,
Oh,
it's not
yes.
okay. Just
You
wanted
have
to
my
make sure.
protection.
It's good enough for me. So, where's this hole?
I take him up into the. Does lift let us upstairs?
Yeah, he lets you
Okay.
guys in. And it is just in the, like, off towards the corner of the common room. There's just this, like, broken in hole. And as soon as Tally sees it, you just hear this, ooh, what happened there? And he, like, sets his tools down and just starts, like, inspecting it and kind of, like, puts his hand down into the hole and feels around into the broken boards underneath and just,
It was a ball and chain incident. I'd rather not get into it.
well, let's, if anything, I think this place has, like, an underground chamber. If you wanted to fight, that would probably be the best place to do it.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, this place used to be a tavern years and years and years ago. They used to keep all of their wine and booze underground. Maybe next time you think about swinging around a ball and chain indoors, you do it with the rock instead of with the wood. And he begins just taking some base measurements of the hole.
Yes, how silly of us. So, were you around when this was a bar?
I was really young. It was years and years and years ago. But I've lived in Waterdeep, well, my whole life. It's enjoyable. It has its ups and downs, and you end up finding a way to make it, just really make it on your own.
You seem to be doing very well for yourself.
I try. There are two types of people in this world: customers and those who don't know they're customers. And he starts pulling over pieces of wood and sawing them to an appropriate size.
Was Kronk going to do something?
Oh, I was gonna say that he walks through just to get something, and he'll stop and he'll be like, "Hey, wait, you're gonna make that hole bigger? So can we put like a brass pole and coming up through down, and then we'll just slide down the pole into the bar? That'd be awesome."
Well,
And
I
he just
suppose I could possibly work something out. Is this the large friend you were talking about?
Yes.
All right. So Biggin. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I don't know your name. I'm Tally.
Kronk.
Kronk, it's nice to meet you. Now, the same suggestion that I gave to your friend, if you want to swing around a ball and chain, there's probably a place underground surrounded with rock that you could do that, where it really wouldn't cause much structural damage to this facility. if you're looking for a large hole in the floor that has a metal pole that goes down to the bottom, we could probably do something like that for 150 gold pieces, 200 gold pieces.
We'll put it on the list, Kronk.
So, the underground. Yeah, there's a whole lot of glass I can break in the basement. And he gets excited. He just like turns whatever he was going for. He forgot. He turns about and starts stomping downstairs.
Okay. So yeah, you end up leaving to go back downstairs. And so yeah, this woodworker is just going to continue fixing that top that floor layer. And then after he does, Hubris, you actually see on the roof where that slight bulge in the ceiling had been that said "fix this," steadily actually just sinks back into the roof, which seems to indicate that you have now cleaned this entire bottom tavern area.
Interesting.
Hurry up, Hubris.
All right. Just need to ask something. I'll head upstairs and poke my head in where Tally and Ghost are.
Okay. Yeah. So, Ghost, what does Hubris see when he cracks open the door to come and get you?
If I hear him coming, she's going to place her hand on his like bicep and like be complimenting him on his work.
Okay. So as you are going to like you're like in the process of like touching his arm and complimenting his work, Hubris, you look at and you hear Tally say, "If you could just remove your arm from my arm, I'm trying to get some work." Hi, Hubris. I've filled your hole. I've fixed you know what? Your floor's done. Do you have anything else that you need?
Remember when I swung by the other day and I asked for a quote on the bar?
Yes.
It was like roughly 500 gold, right?
1,000 gold pieces.
1,000 gold pieces. Okay.
And that's not including contracting fees from any of the numerous guilds that will be required in order to actually open up or repair this establishment.
Correct. Well,
and
maybe we should have him look around here and make sure that the living quarters are...
You know, he could also go downstairs and have a drink where people can see him.
And he looks at you, Hubris, and then he looks at you, Ghost, and just goes, I think I'm going to go and take that drink. And he just picks up all of his things and then steadily walks out. And he's like kind of holding his throat, realizing his voice cracked.
I'm just gonna lean back. Just say, hey, Liv, Hubris said to give me a drink, and you'll get one.
Sure.
Okay. And he's gonna
steadily leaves and walks out. And then Wolf on the outside, you see that this half-elf is just blushing very, very, very hard, just looking down at his feet, just strutting very quickly back into the lower tap room.
Ghost. High five.
I'm on duty, thank you, and just continues walking through.
Hubris is gonna... yeah.
Are we going?
Going... later, and closes the door.
Yep, so Ghost... Yep, you are currently on the top floor.
I'm just pleased as punch. And then I'm gonna realize that I'm like alone upstairs, and then shit, and then I'm gonna go back down.
Actually, I'm gonna stop in the bar. Just poke my head in. Hey, Liv, can you get me a bottle of what is he? What do he like? He's kind of froofy. bourbon?
After about a minute or so, you hear this, "Oh, that's something you don't see every day," as the half-elf exclaims as a bottle of booze just opens from this hatch that seemed to have opened by itself, and then floats its way over to you and lands in your hand.
When the hatch opens, you hear and glass breaking. Kronk has been pulling empty bottles and throwing them up and swinging his ball and chain at them and just smashing them against the back wall.
I tip over a chair and I get punched. Fucked.
These are empty bottles. Empty bottles.
Was a vacant chair.
Yeah. Maybe it's because I'm in the cellar. I don't know.
Yeah, it's legal underground.
So as I walk downstairs, I'm just gonna go back into the bar. Not really saying anything to anyone.
Yeah, now this bartender is just like sees you enter and just like kind of spits a little bit into his mug of just shock of seeing you again so soon. And then,
Sorry.
And then just continues drinking. And just, "Thank you, Hubris," and just keeps drinking. And so Hubris and Wolf, again, the buddy cop film we never knew that we needed. You guys are going to be setting off to go to Lord Neverember's, or are you bringing Kronk? Are all four of you going? What is the current plan?
Back to Neverember for a quick chat, and then some nightly stuff.
Okay.
I think Kronk's breaking glass and Ghost is making sure that our worker is comfortable.
Okay. So yeah, the two of you set out towards Lord Neverember's estate, and Wolf, this will be the second time that you'll have been there today, so you know that it's about a 45-50 minute walk to actually get there, and it's around this time of day. It's getting to be around 1-2 in the afternoon. It is very much in that post-afternoon state as you guys have kind of mulled about for most of the morning.
Do you need lunch? Do you want lunch?
I'm fine, thanks. If you want to go back to the tavern.
No. I feel bad about last night. The whole trying to punch you and all that.
But are you okay? Did
Do
Lift
you want to punch me?
No. Did Lift
One-time offering.
possess
time.
you or something? Are you okay?
Right here. Right here.
Were you
You're not going to
poisoned?
get this offer again.
Are you okay? Were you?
Do you want the punch? Don't be a pants. Just punch me.
You guys are just standing in the middle of the street. The middle of the high
I'm just
road.
going to start screaming it. Just punch me already. I just want some man up and punch me.
Okay, you know what? And Hubris winds back.
So I
Make
hope
a
he misses.
perception check as you wind back.
He punches some poor lady walking by.
On D&D Beyond. Perception is it's a 19.
All right, you see that as Wolf is now starting to yell out, "Come on, punch me, do it." You see that there are some guards that are actually walking towards you guys, and one of them kind of has a quizzical look and just, "You there, you, stop that! What are you doing?"
No,
I wink at the
fine.
guard, and then I just tap him in the face with my fist.
Stop that!
I'm just gonna drop to the ground and be like, assault, you saw. No, we're cool.
What is the meaning of this?
Well, you see, Darling and I were having a little spat about the crocheting the other day, and, well, he gets
A
very...
woodworker's moving in on his girl, and I'm helping him man up.
It's a very complicated relationship between the three of us.
Make a deception check with advantage.
That's
But hey, we're being honest.
Half of you are being honest.
26.
Okay. Yeah, he did not natural 20, so he does not see through your ruse and just...
Well, if you do continue to have these lovers' quarrels, please try and keep them
underground. We know.
I was going to say the safety of your own home, so none of us have to witness it.
Wait, he just punched his partner, and you're saying keep it at home.
I saw
What kind of
that
guard
he
is this?
threw...
What kind of guard is this? Almost.
Dear, we're leaving now.
Nope. I want some money for this.
Oh, you've gotten him riled up. There's no helping him now.
5 gold, or else I'll report you.
No.
1 gold.
Frankly,
or else
you
I'll
look
report
like
you.
a beggar, and I'm quite used to dealing with your kind. So if you could just please continue
I'm going to go
on.
speak to Lord Neverember and get you in trouble.
And I'm going to go find Lord Daggle's horde of 500,000 dragons.
That's my job. Fuck off.
I'm sure it is. Off you
I
go.
I lean closer to another guard and goes, he's also a day drinker.
And that one just... Me too.
Yeah.
Okay.
As the guards have turned to walk away, Hubris uses his tail and like flicks Wolf on the back of the head.
Motherfucker.
I got your back.
Yeah, well, guess what? Tally's got your girl, so deal with it.
You are so... Ooh.
I'm getting a cupcake. Do you want a cupcake?
Yes, I'll
I'm
take a cupcake.
Is there a cupcake lady? Can I get a cupcake?
Yeah, you've kind of maneuvered yourself with the intent of getting food at some point that you actually find a small bakery.
This week has just been nothing but losses for Hubris.
Dude, it's been a day.
Nothing but losses for Hubris.
He gained a family of Zhentarim.
Are they all dickheads like you, or is it just like...
Pretty much.
Okay, just making sure. I'm
It's
gonna
how
get...
you fit in.
I'm gonna
This will be you soon.
No! Oh no! Oh no! That's not a good look at all.
I want a raspberry and white
Foreshadowing.
chocolate muffin.
Okay. So the lady at the she's a tiny little old woman. She ends up handing you just this small little box.
How much?
Well, I haven't seen you in a while, Conrad. How's your sister doing?
She's dead.
Oh, well then, just take it. I'm sorry for even asking.
I'm gonna give her a gold piece. She was always nice to me. I think.
And who's your lovely friend? Does he want anything?
No, I'm fine. I've already had too much sweets today. Thank you.
Okay. Well, if you need anything else, just let me know.
She just goes back, continues making food.
Contacts in the cupcake world. Jealous?
Oh, not of you. Never of you.
Yeah. Let's go.
All right, let's go smooth talk a noble.
Okay. So
If
yeah.
he's even distracted, I'll rummage.
Oh yeah, that could work too.
Okay. So yeah, you guys make your way down to Lord Neverember's estate, and Wolf, are you going to be eating your cupcake, or are you just kind of holding it in your box?
Oh, I'm eating my cupcake.
Oh yeah, you just.
I
snarfed down this
haven't
cupcake.
eaten today. I really want a cupcake.
Yeah. So Wolf's sweet tooth shows for even just a little bit of a minute as you devour this cupcake. Yep.
No, as we're walking, I give like Wolf the signal to like break off, so that he can like.
Actually, no. I know that we get escorted, so I can't break off just yet.
Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah, you the two of you end up finding your way to the castle, or to the castle ward. I always get the name of the wards mixed up. I believe it's castle ward. It is. So yeah, you guys make your way to the castle ward, and then as you approach, you see one of the guards come over and just, "Are you going to see Lord Neverember again?"
Yep.
All right. Sway.
I know the way. No need to follow.
It's my job. I'm going to be following you anyways.
I'm going to hand him the cupcake box,
Thank you.
and I'm going to chuckle because there's nothing in it, and now he has the rubbish to deal with. Because I know glitterings are fine.
Yeah, he just looks at it, looks at you, just, "Thank you, citizen."
You're welcome.
And then he will walk both of you up to Lord Neverember's estate. And then once you guys get to the front doors, he just kind of waits outside with you guys as you wait for Rainier to open the door. And that is when we're going to pan back over to Ghost and Kronk. As Kronk, you are still smashing bottles downstairs, and you are going to probably continue to do that for the next 20 minutes or so until you run out of empty bottles to smash.
Yeah, he would stick with it until they're all gone.
Just looking around, you can see that there is just a bunch of shattered glass that is on the ground. And you see that that now very familiar wordage kind of seeping up from underneath the glass that just says, "Fix this."
Kronk gets sad. The ball just kind of hits the floor, and then he's like looking around. Kronk's never had to clean up after himself, so he's kind of like, all right. And I guess he goes to find a shovel or a broom. I've seen people sweep up, so I guess he's kind of looking for something like that.
Okay. And when you get close to the hatchway, you can see that there is a broom that is just steadily floating down to you.
All right, and he's excited because, well, this is easy. Why did people complain? You know, in his head, he's thinking, why do people complain about cleaning up? This is so good. And he just takes it and starts, with one hand.
Just starts sweeping up a bunch of glass.
Pushing it all to one place kind of deal. And then, he'll just try his best to clean it up.
Okay.
Because I imagine in the troupe and in the circus, there were cleanup people.
Oh yeah, there was definitely a cleanup crew.
Kronk never washed a dish in his life. He put up tents and pulled wagons and stuff, but never had to do his own laundry or any of that. So
that's
what I'm working on.
All right, so Ghost, then you see after you're making small talk with this woodworker, eventually you see that there is a broom that kind of just comes out of one of the closets and floats above the hatch, and then you see Kronk's large hand grab the broom and pull it back down, and then you hear the sound of sweeping as glass starts getting piled up, and the woodworker finishes his drink and just says, "Well, I think it is time. You said you wanted to get an evaluation in the living quarters and the sleeping quarters."
If you're up to it.
Oh, I am so up to it. It is my job as a member of the Woodworkers Guild to make sure that everyone has quality wood wherever they are. There's really no way for me to... It's fine. Let's just go. And he... and then he makes his way, he's now just walking forward in front of you, but you can tell in the brief moment where he passed by that his face is flush red again.
I'm gonna lean down. Kronk?
Yeah.
We're gonna go upstairs to evaluate the living quarters. You still have to pay him, so
Oh,
just be
and
ready when we come back down.
the pouch just flies
Oh.
up out of the hole.
Huh.
It's got 29
Thank
gold in
you.
it.
All right.
And I'm gonna follow him up.
Yep. So he ends up going upstairs, and he starts looking around, and he's making a point to look at like the library and the study and the common room, and then he'll open up a room and look around and be like, well, this could be this could be a guest room if ever you wanted to have guests. It seems like a lot of your bedding is actually kind of old. I could make some beds if you gave me some time and of course the money to be able to do so.
Are you good at bed making?
You know, I am indeed. And his face is just beet red at that point, but he's trying to like maintain a cool attitude.
Yes, well no, they won't do. I think we're going to need all new bedding.
Yep. Yeah, what's over here? And he just starts like navigating around, and he is just getting more and more flustered as this goes on. Until eventually he has scanned through all of the house, and like he kind of takes note that there is a hole in your guys' tower. And kind of makes a quick little mark, and he just instead of a notepad, he just seems to have taken a cut piece of wood that he was working on earlier, and he's just making little chalk markings on it as a reminder to himself later. Until eventually he has looked through your guys' establishment, and he's back in the stairwell, at the top of the stairwell of the second floor, and he just looks at you and says, well, I think I have a pretty good estimate. So for my services today, that should be 25 gold.
Sure.
Unless you need anything else.
And she starts counting out the gold. And what do you mean by anything else?
Well,
I set it in his hand and do a little slide off.
Well, if you needed some better chairs, and I could sell you some better chairs. Do you need that bedding we were talking about earlier? I have some at the shop that I could go and get for you, unless you wanted to just come and pick it up.
Oh, that would be lovely.
Then you know what? Let's out of this place. It's
What right now?
well, I don't keep very late hours. But I was going to say I have a display unit downstairs in the general work area. If you wanted to get a general feel of it.
Well, what time do you get off?
That really depends. Typically around supper is when I'm done. Sometimes I work a little later. Other times I work a little bit shorter. Why? Why do you ask?
Well, I'm a bit of a night owl myself. Maybe I'll see you later. And I put my hand on his chest and then kind of shove him a little bit. Not hard, but I am pushing him back, and then I close the door.
Okay. So yeah, you have escorted him out, and as soon as the door closes, you just hear the loudest exhale of breath possible. As well as very quick, hurried steps down the outside doorway, And as you do, you just hear this, I have to get the test unit ready. And he's just rushing off and away back towards the bent nail.
Okay, I'm going to wait until he's a distance away, and then I'm going to open the door, go downstairs, go back into the tavern, and I'm going to lean over to Kronk, and I'm going to say, I don't know why it's so much fun to toy with them. Am I wrong?
No, I don't think so. It's really funny.
It is very funny.
And you noticed as you walked up, you were crunching on glass.
Oh, shit!
Because Kronk's using the broom now like a shovel to throw the glass up out of the place because he doesn't know how to get it from the pile to anywhere else. So
do you need a bucket, Kronk?
Oh, a bucket. That would be much better.
Why don't you make a pile and then we'll sweep it into a bucket, okay, buddy?
All right. And then so he starts to put the pile back together from where he was flinging the glass up out of the place.
Mm-hmm.
All right, sounds good. And then we'll transfer back over to Hubris and Wolf as the door opens up and Rainier is standing there. So
I'm walking in. Hey, buddy.
Hello.
I apologize, Lord Never Ember, for
I've been here. I'm like family now. As I put my arm around his shoulder.
If you could just please not touch me, that would be rather...
You sound just like everyone else.
I do. For a reason. It's called social context, my friend. And he just steadily removes your arm from his shoulder. Now,
Okay.
I'm assuming that you came back here with a business plan of some sort. Otherwise, am I going to have to give you more lunch money?
I
Yes
smile.
and yes.
Wolf,
Lunch money.
let
Hold
the
out my hand.
adults talk.
No.
He hasn't had lunch.
I'm fine.
We'll figure it out.
Yes.
I'm not going to hand a small amount of coinage when I'm going to be handing another larger amount of coinage later.
See, look, he's already agreed to it.
You're not helping.
Fine, I'll just go. Where's your bathroom?
The privy is...
I could go here, or I can go in your bathroom. I gotta
He's
go.
just pinching the bridge of his nose. I really do
It's-
apologize for
Then
him.
you can have a conversation with, oh, I'm an adult.
It's right there, and he points in the main hall, and you can see that there are two sets of doors, and it is the second door on the right.
Okay, go second door on the left.
I produce the bottle
He
of.
watches you just walk to the second other
Oh, my bad.
other door, and you open up the door, and there is a privy right there. There's not like a hallway that extends out or anything like that.
Sorry for that, but
That's all right. Is there anything I can do for you, Hubris? Right?
yes, Lord November, I extend my
Please,
hand.
just call me Rainier. Lord
Rainier,
Neverember was my father.
I hope you're doing better after your little fiasco incident.
Well, it sure does a man some good to sleep in his own bed.
Yes. I was hoping to discuss some business over drinks. I produce the bottle of bourbon.
Well, should we wait for your friend?
You know, I would rather get out all of the finer details before he comes back and ruins everything.
That's fair. Forget who's on staff today. Jenks! Jenks! And he just starts yelling for a name, and eventually you just see this kind of portly man walk over from the closest left-hand side door. Yes, sir. One of their friends is using the privy. After he's done, if you could just escort him to the study so that way we can discuss paperwork for hopefully what is going to be a sound investment or a grandiose waste of my time. So, if you could please escort our dear friend, what did you say his name was?
Normally I say asshole, but he goes by Wolf.
If you could escort our dear friend Wolf to the study afterward, that would be fantastic. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
As this little servant kind of bows and goes over to stand near the bathroom door and just wait for Wolf to be done doing his business as Rainier escorts you to the farthest away door on the left. And going in, you can see that it looks like a library that also has just a very large desk in the middle of it, with a large green chair that has kind of these brass buttons done up down the sides of it, and he just plants in it, leans back, and then presents himself forward, and he puts his arms onto the desk. So, brandy, bourbon.
Bourbon.
All right. And he pulls a little side drawer and brings up 2 small glasses and sets them down.
Now, I hope my associate hasn't done anything to offend you in any way. He's a bit cross.
He's abrasive, to say the least.
The very least.
Is there anything... So what is this business proposition that you have for me, Hubris? He takes a mild drink.
Well, you see, the establishment we came into recently was once owned by Volo, and he was there to study spirits or whatever for his next big book. But we have found that it was once a tavern of sorts. And so, well, the previous proprietor never left, so it's a poltergeist who serves beer and ale.
All right. It seems a little far-fetched, but... Well, I mean, you did find me hiding out in a cabinet after 3 days, so... Sure, it's likely, and Volo, as much as I hate to admit it, does usually have good hunches about things.
And so, we were hoping to franchise the place and make it a more worthy establishment. Could you imagine it, though? A packed bar room with this poltergeist who is serving all manner of alcohol and stage shows, and just a giant sign in the shape of a bottle with a ghost in it, labeled Spirits and Spirits.
Oh, that sounds like a good idea, but do you have any idea for hiring cost of staff? Are you planning on running this establishment yourself?
Currently,
Or
well,
are
my
you just
proposition...
leaving it all to a singular spirit to run an entire bar by himself?
Well, no. Currently, for this business proposition that I have, it's for the renovation of the bar to make it safe for the bar goers. It's a bit in disrepair, but with a bit of love and care, it will be back up to proper standards. Currently, would have to staff it ourselves, but when the revenue does come in, we'll hire out more people.
All right. Might take a few weeks to gain some revenue, and a little bit longer, almost a little over a 10-day in order to get the renovations done by standard proceeding. So, can I see your paperwork if you have this proposition?
Hand it over to him, and it's basically like the rough estimate of renovating the bar with like an extra 500 tacked on for commissions for the guilds.
Okay. And that is when we were going to go back over to Wolf. Wolf, you are currently alone in Lord Neverember's bathroom. And you can see that it is, it looks to be a wooden seat that goes into, that has a chute that kind of leads into the sewers below. And it doesn't smell very particularly nice being next to this hole, but you can see that there are other like plants and stuff that have kind of been set around to help alleviate the smell.
Is there a window?
There is not. You are currently just in a small bathroom.
Nothing worth stealing in here.
That depends on what you consider valuable. There's a wash bin. There are some hand towels, some nicer fabric hand towels. You can see that there is a bar of soap. It's all on this rather large podium that's kind of set off to the side. You can see that there is a golden candlestick that has a half-melted candle in it, as well as a secondary little washing cup.
I guess everyone wants to know what the soap smells like.
Okay. Yeah, you smell the soap, and you actually get a mild scent of lavender from it.
Nice. Pocket the soap
Okay.
and the hand towels. I'm sure I can fit them somewhere.
Okay.
I'm
And
thinking
you can
it's
see
the
that it
hotel they
is.
want me to take this stuff.
And you can see that it is embossed with an NE, but you just stuff them in your pocket anyways. And as you exit out of the bathroom, you see that there is just a small, kind of portly man who's just been waiting for you to exit the bathroom.
I was told to escort you to the chambers.
That's fine. We can go somewhere else if you want.
No. I
You
was
sure?
hired for one job and one job only, and that was to be
Amuse people?
a servant.
You seem like a stand-up comedian.
This way.
And
Okay.
he leads you across the hall to the second door in Hubris. That's when the door opens behind you. And you see just this servant man standing next to Wolf with his head kind of bowed down low and his arm out.
You get our $5,000 yet?
If you could please enter into the study, sir.
Yes. And I do a really deep, over-exaggerated bow.
He just gives you a mild bow in return and shuts the door behind you.
Talkative
No.
chap.
Looking at your friend's papers, there's nothing here about 5,000, Wolf, so I'm not really sure where you keep getting this number from, but as I've already explained, that's not happening.
Yeah. I don't know where he gets these numbers from either.
You would have to be a crazy person to just lend out 5,000 gold pieces to anybody.
There's that
in the
lend
city.
word again.
Yes. Because if I'm going to be investing in this bar, I expect some form of repayment.
And at the top tier donation, you have your own drink named after you. I joke.
It's one way to make money, I suppose. Now, your friend said spirits and spirits. I think that this bar could possibly bring in quite a bit of revenue, so I am willing to help fund this. Now, I'm not going to just be handing the two of you all of this gold that you have requested, as
Oh, no,
that
why not?
seems like that's just begging for you to get hit up by some nefarious person in the streets.
If anyone was going to hit up anyone, it would be me hitting up the rich person.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I
Which
think
you
I'm having an aneurysm.
already have. So let's get to the point, as your friend Wolf is so insistent upon doing. I will pay the guildsman. I will pay for the cost of repairs. I will give you a little bit of lunch money, I suppose. But this is it.
Yeah,
This
little,
is,
that's all you ever give for lunch.
and I expect 5% of the overall income to come back. And if things end up going well, we can talk about franchising this a second time. Reasonable? Because if the bar ends up failing, and you all don't prove that you are capable of running this bar, I will just call in my debt and buy it from you. That way you can have all of your money back, and we can be square.
5% over a fortnight, a daily, or monthly?
This would be a monthly deal.
Don't worry, this past day has felt like a month itself.
This is true. It really has been quite a long day.
All right, Rainier.
So now that we're business partners,
We aren't business partners yet. There's still
sign the paperwork.
Yes, it is very
Sign it.
important. And he switches the papers back around to you, Hubris.
Hubris.
He swivels back and he signs it Rainier, Never Ember, in a very wide, flourishing script. And he rolls up his papers and says, "All right, I will look at getting this taken care of. You should expect workers at your place bright and early, first thing tomorrow morning, as repairs are going to take closer to 12 days. Then
Now
you'll
we're,
have
we're
yourself a
business
bar.
partners.
Yes,
We're business
now we are
partners now.
business partners. Do
You
not
don't tell
make
us
me
about your dad's
regret.
treasure.
I immediately regret going into business with you. And like I have already...
Went into business with him.
You can
From now
please
on-
leave. As my business partner and I are talking.
Fine. Want to
Jenks.
go look in the other room again?
And the door opens and you are once again met with this short servant. Yes, sir. Please escort Mr. Wolf out of the premises. Thank you.
It's just Wolf. It's like Madonna or Cher. It's just Wolf.
You don't seem like a very stand-up bard to me. Anyways, can you remove this ruffian from the premises? Thank you.
I really do
sir.
apologize.
As Jenks begins, this way, and he motions towards the end of this entryway that you guys are in to the door that leads outside.
Did you work for his dad?
No. His dad was a dick.
So is his son.
No.
Really? You can be honest with me.
This is my fourth fall that I have volunteered to be Lord Never Ember's
Volunteered.
Yes.
Gosh, you pathetic.
This is a
just gonna
profession,
look.
sir.
Yeah, well, which you don't get paid for.
I
I'm
get
out.
paid. And he opens up the front door and motions for you to exit.
I exit.
Okay. And then he shuts the door behind you and you see the guard just... Alright. Just gonna wait till
Hello.
your friend comes back.
Yep. How's the weather?
7 hours later.
Yeah, so Hubris, Rainier just kind of rubs his eyes.
Yeah, doing the same thing.
So your friend,
Associate.
associate,
Thank you.
look, I don't know if you have the same idea, but no, for the last time, I don't know where my father's treasure is. Is
No,
there
no, no,
any
no, no,
way I
I-
can make this more clear. I was kidnapped by Zhentarim agents.
Rainier, I don't know where he
threatened-
gets it in his head. I'm sorry. I hope this hasn't besmirched anything of our business
No,
proposition.
but for further and future business meetings, please don't bring him back.
Noted.
Thank you. Now, if there's anything else that I can help you with,
You could help me finish this bourbon.
I still have most of my day ahead of me, but
Ah,
I will
Then-
have one more drink.
well, one more drink it is.
And he shares another drink with you, and then afterwards stands up and begins escorting you out of his house as well. And so, Wolf, you're there for roughly five minutes or so as Hubris and Neverember have gotten into talks until eventually you see Hubris coming out, and Neverember just says, "Come by any time, except for you." And he points at you, Wolf, and then he shuts the door.
In the meantime, I've been talking to the guard about how Hubris is an embarrassment and Ghost no longer likes him.
And this guard just keeps saying, "I don't know who that is."
This guy right here can't even punch someone.
I mean, I'm sure he could. He's got fists.
I gave him a free shot and it was pathetic.
There was a guard patrol.
No, there wasn't.
I mean, you
There
shouldn't
wasn't.
assault people
We were
within
underground.
the city.
We
I
were
don't care if
underground.
it's underground. It's in the city.
Oh, it's legal underground.
Who the fuck told you that?
Your boss?
I'm just gonna walk out.
I don't believe you.
Good talking to you, Fred.
Okay. Have a nice day.
I hope his name's Fred, or else that would have been awkward.
And that is what you kind of whisper to Hubris as you catch up next to him.
So, did you find out anything?
He uses lavender soap.
Oh, actually.
Do you want to smell? It smells quite good.
I lean over and take a sniff.
Yeah, and you guys are just kind of smelling this hand soap in the streets as you make your way back to Troll Skull Manor.
And his wash towels are very soft.
You stole his wash towels?
Oh, it's like when you go to like an inn, they expect you to take this stuff.
Yeah, when they're not embroidered.
That's so you know where you've stayed at.
And get really awkward when in the bathroom of the Spirits of Spirits they just find a Never Ember washcloth.
Maybe change the name to something that starts with N and E, and then I'm sure we can fix this somehow, or we can sell it.
What?
So, heard from the Zhentarim yet?
No, not yet.
Tell you what, I'll help you out. I'll keep an eye on you because I know what they're like.
Oh, well, that's actually like the sweetest thing you've ever said to me.
Well, look, the last time they met someone which they thought I had an inkling of caring about, they killed her. So, and you're not very good at hiding your emotions because look at how jealous you got with old woodworker.
You know, this and that are two different things.
Really?
Okay? Yes.
Really? They see that, they know you care about Ghost dies.
I imagine
Again.
this entire time that you're like using the hand soap as like a pointer when talking to him.
So,
You know,
and we both know it. You can't be me. You're just not built to kill.
I can't be you, but I can do things my way, Wolf.
Which will result in you dying. Or Ghost and Kronk dying. Or me dying if
I
they think you
mean,
care about me.
that's a risk I'm willing to take, not the other two.
Yeah, but two's greater than one, so even I know those aren't good odds.
Listen, I'll be fine. Just, thanks for having my back, Wolf.
Do you want this soap? Give it to Ghost. Pretty certain she'll find that good.
Is the soap embroidered with like the NE?
No, as this isn't like a fresh bar of soap, so if there was an embroidered NE, it has been scrubbed off.
Oh no.
I'll grab my dagger and I'll start embroidering Ghost.
Okay.
Like, there you go, look at that.
Uh,
Tell you what, if you want me to deal with this carpenter dude,
no,
I can have a word with him.
Wolf. You know what you can do though. Look after Kronk and Ghost for me.
Nope, that's my line.
What?
That's
You can't-
my line.
You can't
Yeah,
do
okay.
that. This is my thing. This is
Nope,
my
my line.
self-sacrificing moment.
No. I've been wanting to sacrifice myself before you even joined up with this Zhentarim. You can't just come take my thing.
Wait, no, you're stealing my thunder.
No, I'm not stealing your thunder.
Yes, this is totally my thunder. Right now,
Your
I'm trying to
thunder's
have...
flirting, turning red, embarrassed, and not doing anything about it. My thunder is being the guy which sacrifices himself.
You can go fuck yourself.
And that is the conversation that you guys are having as you round the corner up to Troll Skull Manor.
Yes,
Oh man. Oh man.
The buddy cop movie you didn't know you
I'm
wanted.
going to hire that investigator to follow you. And then you can risk his life as well.
What? No!
Yeah. Quit trying to self-sacrifice.
You quit trying to self-sacrifice.
Nope, that's my stick. It's what I do.
Back at the house. All right, let's
Back
do
at the
the
house.
arm wrestling contest now.
Yeah.
All right.
So that is what you guys have actually been doing for the last hour or so, is just like, it started off as a best 2 out of 3, but currently this is a like best of 50. And it has just been even kilter this entire time of you guys just going at it. So Hubris and Wolf, you guys are entering into the tavern. As you can see, that Ghost and Kronk have actually moved aside all of the tables and have set one up in the center of the stage. As there seems to be like a light kind of coning around them to give them a focal point. So both of you make strength checks.
9.
Número 2.
Oh
Alright.
shit!
So
Wait,
yeah, it was a war
You
of
have the same
attrition.
modifier.
What add your modifier?
It's 6.
Oh,
Because
Yeah.
you don't
we're
add
both
proficiency.
really tired. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys have been
Even-
doing this for a while. So, Ghost, you finally get your best of 50, right as Hubris and Wolf walk into the bar.
Ow! I think we should stop, buddy.
Yeah, that's enough for today.
Okay, question for you two. Self-sacrificing, who would you rather do it? Me or Hubris?
I call
Right
you,
now?
buddy.
See, even Kronk agrees I should be the one that sacrifices himself.
What are you talking about?
This guy wants to self-sacrifice himself.
What?
But I said, that's my thing.
You're
Yeah, but-
both idiots.
He's a big idiot, though. I
I'm.
called it first.
You don't call dibs on a character trait.
Well,
Character trait? What is this?
One of Volo's novels?
But was like scratching back on the page. Wait, no, that doesn't make sense at all.
Why would they say that?
Yeah, because besides, if Hubris dies, then who's going to clean my stuff when it gets all full of blood and gook?
See?
Hey,
See?
I'm more than just a cleaner and a pretty face.
And then if I die, nothing.
I owe you.
That sounds really
Can't
bad.
die. You
If-
can't die.
Yeah.
Because I'm invincible, I know that's why I'm self-sacrificing, because I can't die.
That's a good thing.
See? Kronk
Oh,
agrees.
Bless his heart. All right. So how did it go?
We scored some lavender soap.
No,
Solid.
solid.
It is due. It's really nice soap.
It's actually kind of nice.
It's got your name carved in it too. Hubris was very persistent in getting that done.
You bought me soap?
No, actually, Wolf stole some soap from Never Ember's privy.
It's like a hotel. They expect you to take this stuff.
That doesn't surprise me at all. How did the conversation go?
Very well without Wolf being there. There
I'm
are going
not
to be
certain why you brought him.
Wouldn't give me 5,000.
no, but he gave us a crew who will help repair the bar in 12 days. First set of people coming in tomorrow morning.
Who?
The guy
Woodworkers.
down the road. He
I'm sorry.
specifically requested the master bedroom to work on too.
Well, he's already went up there, so he knows what it looks like. He didn't get our quote back yet, so I'm not sure how much that'll cost.
I'm sure you can talk him down to a special or something.
I'm sure I can too.
I'm going to pass the towels to Kronk and be like, look how soft these are.
It's pretty soft.
He turned to Scruffy.
Sorry, it's very hard. It's very hard.
It's a fine line.
Oh,
Scruffy believes in this company.
Yes, it is. It's very hard. I did, and I realized that like somewhere along the line that it's very
bless
hard.
you, Kronk. Bless you.
And that is where we are going to call it for this evening. So
Cool.
I wanted to say thank you to everybody who decided to come and stop by on this wonderful, lighthearted adventure through Hubris's first day of being a Zhentarim. So I would like to say thank you again to everybody who stopped by. And now we are going to do our sign-off. So, RJ, where can we find you? What do you do?
Hey everybody, my name is RJustice282. You can find me on Twitter there, or here on Twitch, or on the Monday game as our sad summer child, shadow boy, cleric, Calum. Yeah.
All right. Greybeard, where can we find you? What do you do? Oh, we'll move to a different person. So, LB, where can we find you? What do you do?
I remembered to unmute myself. So I am LBHackEmUp. I have a
you're
Twitch
muted.
stream. Don't you do that. I'm not muted, you son of a bitch. I have a Twitch stream that I'm probably gonna do on Thursday, play some Fallout 4. I'm on the Monday show as the super energetic and slumber buddy Gwen, who's a better Goliath than Kronk is. And they should totally have a crossover episode, by the way. But yeah, so join me on Thursday, twitch.tv/LBHackEmUp.
Oh, yeah. All right, Greybeard, where can we find you? What do you do?
Greybeard of Greybeards Tavern. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, Tumblr, blah, blah, blah. All those. You can look me up at greybeardstavern.com. And I generally do Darkest Dungeon on Sunday mornings, and I play in a couple of games during the week, and you can find me here every Tuesday.
Excellent. And Barry, where can we find you? What do you do?
I'm just making sure I'm not muted. Around here and on Twitter, Dammit Barry. Tuesday nights here, and then sometimes I stream. I'm just happy that I'm not in like some emotional distraught wreck zone right now.
I know, it's a good feeling. It is a good.
Sarcastic Wolf is so much more fun than Dark Brooding I Hate the World Wolf.
It's too bad you called dibs on self-sacrificing, and that's what it's gonna be.
Yep.
All right, so. And I am the Indoor Adventurer. You can find me here on Twitch Monday through Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Mondays, we have our 5e homebrew game. Tuesdays, we are playing with this lovely crew in Waterdeep, Dragon Heist, and Wednesdays are the Never Wednesday stream, where my buddy Keanu and I just play the Neverwinter MMO, which is going to be having a new expansion here coming up pretty soon, which I'm very excited for because we are almost max level, so we can actually enjoy and level content. So until tomorrow, I will see all of you audience members later, but for all my lovely players, we shall see each other next week. So goodbye, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.